Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Atra chodaharanti mam itihasam puratanam dutanam vishnuyamayoho samvadastam nibodhame. In this regard, learned scholars and saintly persons describe a very old historical incident involving a discussion between order carriers of Lord Vishnu and those of Yamaraj. Please hear of this from me. So this is very, we have to note the point. What? The point is this, that previous shloka he said, if you somehow utter the names of the Lord, offer some devotion service, even in dreams you will not see Yamadutas. He said that. Now he has to give a example to establish that fact. Ajamila was a very unique case, because he was in the beginning of the life offering some devotion service, and always it's very easy. One step wrong, you're finished. Kurasadhara. It is said, spiritual life is like a razor's edge. Little inattention. Just like previously people used to shave by what? Even now, the barbers don't use your twin. They use by blade only, they do. Little if they're careless, blood will come out so many places, correct? Or we shave our head. So, same way, actually we have to be very careful. Spiritual life. Sometimes we feel, I will not do things like Ajamila. We can do worse than that. Potentially we are capable of doing things worse than Ajamila. Agree? We have to be very, very careful. One wrong step, gone. Then it takes, ek bari matka is broken, even if you put together the pieces, the lines are there. Correct? Once you lose your purity, it's very difficult to come back to the standard platform. So we should always stay protected. But anyway, the inspiration is there. There is always a second chance from the life of Ajamila. We can understand this fact. How Ajamila was situated in a proper platform and under the guidance of his father and guru was offering devotion service to the Lord. And then he took one wrong step and fell on the nose. He left his wife, he ran away with a prostitute. His father and parents and the wife were left, uncared for. And he started going into one by one into sinful activities, one after another, drinking, and then murder, and then every kind of thing he did, stealing, theft. One wrong step. And always for us also, it's not that we don't have inclinations for foolishness. We have. But only reason you survive is that the order of Guru and Krishna we survive. No, I'm not supposed to do. Otherwise, mind, it will give unlimited things. There is no shortage of ideas mind cannot give. Mind can give you unlimited ideas. You can be happy like this, you can be happy like that. The example of Ajamila is very important. Is that we can picturize ourselves in that scene and we can learn. Nothing is, in fact, it is inauspicious that he did all these things. But it is auspicious in that sense we can learn that I should not get into those things. Correct? How? A qualified Brahmana trained in Vedic culture slipped. Okay. He was the son of a priest being trained and he slipped. And so similarly, when he put ourselves in his shoes, we should understand that it is very easy. Just like very nice example somebody gave. Very difficult to climb a mountain and very easy to come down. So similarly, it's very difficult to step by step climb and raise ourselves to higher platform or integrity in service to Prabhupada. But it's very easy to fall down into mess. Okay? It's not difficult. So we have to be serious. Otherwise, we can't take. No, I will not do like Ajamila. You can do worse than that. Okay? If you're careless, Maya will gobble you like a big meal out of you. Therefore, we should be, Prabhupada says, devotee is not scared of anything, is scared of Maya. In the sense, falling into the trap of Maya. So how does the fear is shown? The fear is shown in our getting up, in our everyday attentively chanting the rounds, discussing Krishna Katha, eating only prasadam, okay? And not doing Grame Katha with public as far as possible, practically. Yes. Little. Do sense gratification. Then that little will become sliding slope. Then you are sucked in. Just like recently it happened. Somebody in an aircraft, some bomb they blew. So one hole formed. And one man was sucked into the atmosphere. Like that Maya will suck in. You will be sucked. They said, explained. It was sucked by the air. Correct? And the emergency landing, one man sucked in, he died. He fell on the ground and died. So we can also we are also in an aircraft. Similar symbolism. Going to the lotus feet of Krishna. Correct? But we can be sucked in by Maya like this. On hole and gone. And then true. When you go to Maya, you are thrown into the lap of Maya. You will not forget the pleasure of devotion service. You will not forget. But so many years and decades will be lost. Like Ajamila. Say he was around 20 years when he got trapped. Okay? He was previously people used to get married young. And then 88 years he got rescued. 68 years were wasted. He could have done so much service to the Lord. Correct? So much service he could have done. He wasn't a proper. But he got sucked in. For 68 years he's thrown into the life of sinful life. But he had a good fortune of chanting the holy name of the Lord as when he was 83-year-old. Take approximate his child age as say maybe 3 years, so 85. 88 years is said that he had the death time. So even take 2-3 years, so that is 85. I don't know, people have child at that age. Okay, presently. And then what is important to note is that he somehow named his child Narayana. Therefore today also people name their children's name as name of the Lord or name of the devotee. It is great. Many times they name Tinky Pinky, there's no benefit. Correct? They're learning all that thing. Black, blue, so many names you see around the world. People have names like meaningless names. But otherwise in every culture, in every religion, people name them by some great devotee of the Lord. That is nice. Because they're chanting the names of the Lord or his exalted devotees. It will purify you. Gradually purify. Chanting. So similarly we see here, Ajamila started chanting at the end of his life the name of his son Narayana. And therefore, even though was the load of his sinful activities, Yamadutas appeared, immediately Vishnu appeared to protect him. Correct? Particularly at the time of his death, with tears in his eyes, he chanted Narayana with the appeal to save him. And Narayana sent Vishnudutas. So this is an example of the protection of the Lord. There are 10 subject matters in Bhagavatam. One of them is Poshana, the protection of the Lord, maintenance and protection. The creation, secondary creation, the urge for creation, the protection of the Lord, like that. There are 10 subject matters in Bhagavatam. So this is one of the elements of Krishna's protection. Krishna protects his devotee. There are so many examples in the literature. We know Krishna protected Prahlad Maharaj. So many, all the devotees are under Krishna's protection. Okay? So this is one part. The second part today to discuss, because now this pastime has started, there will be a lot of discussion on this pastime in the Bhagavatam. Okay? The second point which is to understand is what? Puranas are not myth. Actually, there should be some bar, no? How is it people get away by writing in authorities? You should go to the court and they cannot write. Everywhere they write, in every newspaper, media outlet, mythology. Krishna, the god of Hindu mythology. What is this nonsense? How can they write? In the very country where Krishna has come and giving the knowledge, how they can write like this? It's a misfortune of the country. Such people are the leaders. Myth. Even Gandhi said, Krishna's pastimes of some. He did not accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. What do you do? Such people are the leaders. Mostly, they have no idea. So many chief ministers and so many leaders, they openly speak. Correct? Openly they speak. There is no God. I don't believe in God. And such people, that like they take up the power on behalf of the Lord actually. And people get misled. So it's a fact. God's pastimes are facts. Puranas are not giving some story. Just imagine. Parikshit Maharaj is about to die. You're telling him some story. एक राजा था. ये तो बच्चों को सुनाया जाता है ना ये सब. Child wants to sleep. The mother can make stories. My dear son, I'll tell you one story now. What is that? They know एक राजा था. And child is slowly asleep. Correct? That's what they do. To sleep the child. They're expert in making stories. But Shukdev Goswami is not doing that. Parikshit Maharaj, death aa rahi hai, thoda story suno. He is one of the, look, is making fun of him or what? Such an exalted personality. All the great sages, Devarshis, Rajarshis, Brahmarshis. Bhagavatam says all kind of rishis were there. Rishis among the Devatas are also there. Rishis among the Brahmanas, all top personalities of the universe are there. Sages full of knowledge. And Shuka, Muni, is the chief guest there, speaking about the Lord. And he's telling some story, some mythological story. No, he's telling facts. Prabhupada is saying, but these stories are not taken in chronological order, because that is not the way they related history. Modern day history is actually just dumb, useless. That date that happened, that day that happened, then that day that happened. Therefore, I feel in the books we should not have the biography of Prabhupada like that. It is like a history. Dates are not important. What is important is the message. Therefore, you see, when Maitreya is talking to Vidura, he is explaining some philosophical point. And immediately for that point, he takes one example from the history. What he had to do, this happened, then that happened. That sometime comes, that is the chronological. Uska beta ye tha, uska beta. That is going on in Bhagavata. But overall, the focus is not that. Here also he wants to talk about a holy name is so powerful, you will be saved from the clutches of Yamaraj. And he gave an example, Ajamila was saved from the clutches of Yamaraj. He's focused on the philosophy. Correct? What do you do with the dumb just chronology? Bhagavatam or any Vedic letter is not just dumb chronology. It is the whole focus is something else. True. If you study, you can figure out. To a large extent, some people have made whole genealogical tables. Studying Bhagavatam, you can make, correct? They write from the beginning, uska beta. Right from Brahma, you can start off, you can make. And they have a charts in so many of Bhagavatam, ISKCON books, you see at the back charts are there, by which you can understand. But still, that is not our focus. The focus is more on the philosophy. Because that is what the Bhagavatam is trying to give. Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam. It's a ripened fruit of the Vedic knowledge. It is giving us the taste of the rasa, our devotion to the Lord. So our focus is not here on chronology. We should not lose our focus. Just like Mahabharata is also narration of the past time. But Mahabharata looks in a different way. And Bhagavatam, the same pastime, looks in a different way. Again, example many times. Just like what happens, Parikshit Maharaj is about to leave the world. And his son Janamejaya makes a huge arrangement, a whole army to protect him. No snake should enter there. And he makes whole arrangement, security arrangement. Black Cat commandos, he puts everything. Huge. He puts whole army, what Black Cat commando. But still in the Vedic culture, there is one thing. A Brahmana, they're not like today's Brahmana, qualified Brahmana. They were no bogus Brahmana, they were only qualified Brahmana. If they enter, they can no obstruction is possible for them. For some reason, one Brahmana brings a box and he opens it. He has all security he can breach. Like there we have an example of Sudama, when he went to meet Krishna, there was a lot of security. Krishna doesn't need security, but it's a devotion service for the devotee. Like in Vaikuntha, there are gates, correct? Jai Vijay were in one gate. It's a devotion service. What security you need for the Lord. So then what happens is that Sudama could walk in. So similarly, this Brahmana could just walk in through the whole security arrangement. And that's I brought a gift for the king. And he opened the small box. In that a small snake was there. It flew out by the desk because you are destined to die by that. It took a huge form of a flying snake, which is generally not seen in this world now on Earth planet. And he bites the king, and so poisonous is the poison that his body burns. But Parikshit Maharaj had already left the body in Samadhi. In fact, before that incident, where is the snake? Where is the snake? He was so much on Samadhi, hearing Shukadeva Goswami and enjoying the nectar of that. Where is the snake? Death became immaterial to him. Actually, all of us should come to that platform. That should be your advancement. Death becomes where is it? In fact, we have Bhagavatam some examples. Where the example of Prithu Maharaj, where the death personified comes running towards him. The Vaikuntha Vimana comes, he wants to go towards Prithu's exact story. He goes towards Vaikuntha Vimana, and suddenly the death personified comes running towards him. He takes his foot and puts on the head of the death personified and climbs the Vaikuntha Vimana. So anyway, the Bhagavatam gives many examples. So there is an example of Parikshit Maharaj who lives in the body prior to his death by the snake with full samadhi on Krishna. Hearing Krishna Leela is full of love for Krishna. Today we are reading Krishna Leela. Takes Brahma is talking to Krishna. How you are going to repay these residents of Vrindavan, I do not know. So sweet it is. How you are going to repay? How you are going to repay, I don't know. Because small things you give magnificently. Correct? You are so charitable. Little devotion service, Putana gave you little milk, you made her mother in spiritual world. ऐसा तो आपका काम है. इनका क्या करोगे? How will you repay them? And he said, I think you will not be able to repay them. Because Krishna is the greatest personality. He is fit to be the master. And in true, Krishna also says to the gopis later, I have no way to repay you. Please be satisfied by your devotion service only. I cannot repay you. Correct? So Krishna is a very great personality. And approaching Krishna, we are safe from all kind of troubles. Even if we chant his names of Krishna, we are safe from all. Actually, Prabhupada says, devotional service to Krishna begins by chanting his holy names. That is the beginning. So anybody, everybody, or Shravanam is always the beginning. Or he can read about Krishna also. If he has so many wonderful books, he reads little, or he chants Hare Krishna, he has to get that idea. He doesn't know the idea, no? A man is suffering, looking for sense gratification here and there. Give him the idea. You'll never become happy like that. You will only become happy if you take to devotion service. Every paragraph, Prabhupada is repeating that again. If he gets that idea, his whole life is saved. Correct? He comes to know the correct thing. Unfortunately, person is just spoiling his life. Whole life is going day in, day out. And I was telling people are playing to the gallery. Yeah, very nice, very nice. And go to hell after that. Very nice, go to hell. Prabhupada says no very nicely, people are boldly going to the hell. Yeah. Just I remember somebody was driving the car, I was sitting, and behind one person was was doing. And he cannot give way because, other side some vehicles are coming. He was holding. But continuously he said, go, mar, ja, mar. And he had a great difficulty after that fellow. He cannot understand why he's not giving him way. He's seeing, you can't see, roads are corpses. So same way we are also like that. We are explaining to people, please chant Hare Krishna mantra, read Bhagavad Gita, but they have so many, they'll drink, they'll do. So recently we went to one man outside. We were just chanting outside, one man came, please to help me. Poor man, but very respectful, took out his slippers and he was talking. Every day, night, I see ghost in my dream. Told us. No? So I said, stop drinking. I could know he's a drunkard. Again, wore slipper and went away. Can't stop that. If you cannot stop, what bhutas, Yamadutas are already coming, seeing you ready. We are all ready. So we have to be very responsible. Human life, you cannot be irresponsible. Every action is being watched. Every action is being watched. We have to be very, very responsible. Okay? Then there is a hope. We reach Krishna's lotus feet. So this great pleasure is there in reading these Puranas. Puranas are nothing but narration of authorities, of great devotees and the Lord. A devotee should take pleasure in hearing these narrations. And as he hears narration from the devotees, as narrated by the devotees, what is going to happen? He doesn't have to see Yamadutas even in dreams. That is a great fortune. So therefore now the example will be taken of the life of Ajamila. And we go through this very nice, just like a case study. होता है ना, कॉलेज में भी होता है नहीं होता, प्रैक्टिकल होता है, केस स्टडी. This is the case study. A case study of the life of Ajamila. It shows how we can fall down, and actually all of us have fallen down. And then next, I was telling one person only used to sell one book, second chance. So why? All people are Ajamilas only. Take it the same way actually, not only all people, we are also Ajamilas. We also by good fortune have got a chance now, but by studying the case study of Ajamila, we can also become more serious and go back to Krishna's lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavatam ki.
Hare Krishna